Hey guys, welcome to the Unported project. God, it feels like forever since I uploaded my last building video. Nevertheless, it's back, strong as ever, so without further ado, let's get into it. So today we'll be traveling back to where the Tower of Eyes is located, Tower of Eyes being a temporary name for now. But following the build inspired by Afghanistan's World Heritage Site, today I would like to cover this wall with a prehistoric design influenced by a World Heritage Site from Argentina, the Cueva de las Manos, Cave of the Hands. So before we get into what the Cueva de las Manos is, let's begin designing the base of today's build, which is going to be this wall. Using World Edit, I was able to sculpt the wall into a much more organic shape. Much like the cliffs in Mesa Verde, I wanted my cliffs to have an overhang at the top. Additionally, I added a space where people could walk underneath as well. The building process for this build is super simply split into two parts. One is building the wall, and the other is designing the wall with hand silhouettes. Although it sounds simple, to me step numero uno is extremely tedious. When you carve something using the brush tool in World Edit, your product is most certainly going to look like a wall punched 100 times. Like Rob Lucci. Thus, refining the wall meant shaping the wall manually, and this was just... I aimed to make the wall look as natural as possible. Thus, when the overhang of the cliff began to look more and more like a clam, I disrupted its curve slightly since that felt more natural to me. On the very left, I stretched the granite terrain uphill, which forms this maze-like path, and finally I sprinkled the smooth sandstone wall with a bit more texture variation. And up to here is step 1. This step is probably the most arduous and time-consuming out of the two, so now that that is done, we can finally have fun! But before that, let's talk a little bit more about the Cueva de las Manos and its significance. It is almost poetic to think that hundreds and thousands of years ago, a person stood in front of this wall laying their palm against its surface. What were they thinking? What's for dinner today, perhaps? Look, my hand is bigger than my neighbor's. Or, what will be of us in the far future? Perhaps if one looks really closely, beyond the handprints and the wall, they can make out a faint silhouette of a person stretching their hand out looking right back at them. A reflection that crosses time. The Cueva de las Manos was inscribed as a World Heritage Site in 1999, and it isn't called the Cave of Hands for no good reason. On the wall of this beautiful World Heritage Site is a gallery of hand silhouettes as early as when the first humans stepped foot in South America. This site is focused internationally by scientists and archaeologists, as it is a well-preserved testimony to how the early hunters and gatherers lived. However, this World Heritage Site isn't just an environment derived from the far past. Investigations show that this area was also inhabited as recently as 1,300 years ago, which I guess isn't really recent, but still is in retrospect, you know? The folks who inhabited this site 1,300 years ago are also speculated to be the ancestors of the first Tehuelche people of Patagonia. But do remember that the Tehuelche aren't the only inhabitants of this area in history, but many groups came and left prior. These hand silhouettes are thought to be made from natural mineral pigments that are blown onto the back of the hand that is resting against the wall. This obviously leaves a vacant mark when the hand is removed, basically functioning as the earliest form of stencil work. Besides hand marks, depictions of animals are also seen here, including guanacos, a camelid native to South America. Cueva de las Manos truly sheds light to the prehistoric cultures and lifestyle of South America. With that done, let's return to wall painting. Unlike the hand marks in the Cueva de las Manos, the ones I will be building will be more like a variation of hand stencils and hand prints. I just thought that the aesthetic of mixing the two styles looked way better in Minecraft, so I kept it as it was. I used smooth quartz, granite, and terracotta for the pigments. Unlike how the Cueva de las Manos is like today, I wanted our wall painting to be ongoing, meaning that the wall is still being used to paint on, and the people who are responsible for these handprints still continue to live in these lands today. While the handprints seen on this wall appear to be massive, they're actually a culmination of smaller handprints added over the years. The people here leave handprints on many different occasions. There's one handprint made only by the hands of newborn babies, wishing them a happy and healthy life. There's also a hand for good fortune that people who wish for good luck come to add their handprints on. Perhaps we could explore more about these people in a future video. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Without further ado, let's move on to the cinematic. So that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. With the hardcore series finally coming to an end, it is time to let you all know my next big project, titled Summer's Here Alter Projects Mega Build Month! Yeah! So like mentioned in the title, for the next month this channel will be posting weekly building videos, the first 3 being World Heritage Site inspired builds, which includes the one today. The 4th video will be a project I've wanted to work on for a very long time, and the final video will be left as a surprise for when the time comes. So do look forward to the next month, as it's going to be pretty awesome. Jumping into Build Month's second week, we will be for the first time on this channel traveling to the steampunk town of Durham to incorporate yet again another World Heritage Site, this time from Finland, so do check that out. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, share, take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!